Welcome back to the channel, guys. This video is going to be all about the VW T4. Check it out. So a lot of people ask me and others, why VW and why a T4? Now, VWs and transporters have been synonymous with camping and campers for a long time, and we're now just moving in to a new age where the T4, T5, T6, they've evolved, and now a lot of people are moving on to other vans. You'll see a lot of the crafter vans just because of their space that they have inside the vans. You can stand up very easily, you can have a full-time bed setup, and you'll see that on a lot of Vanlife channels. But personally myself, I've always stuck with German vehicles. Before vans, I had a lot of German vehicles, BMWs, had a Seat, which is obviously VW group, and then into my VW Caddy, and then into the T4. Now, the nice thing about VWs and why people stick to them so much is because they're reliable. You can do 100, 200, 300,000 miles plus, and as long as you look after them, they'll look after you. They're bomb-proof, a lot of them, and it's the reason people use them. But they have a rich history of camper vans, where we have the T1, T2, T3 that have always been, you know, camper vans, and people have done amazing things with them, and you still see them today. I've just been to Dubs on the Beach in Paynton, and looking at some of the vans that they have. Some of those older vans are absolutely fantastic. However, they're probably not too good for van life, because obviously you want something a little bit newer, a little bit bigger, and something that's going to be usable on a daily basis. Now, this brings me to the T4. The T5, the T6, they're fantastic camper vans, and they've evolved so much. However, the issue that you have with a lot of these newer camper vans is they are expensive. And if you're living in a van full time, we haven't got, 50, 60, 70 grand to spend out on a camper van. The number one thing I'd say about a T4 is it's affordable. The van that you get, you can save a huge amount of money by only spending 5-6 grand, even less, and still get a very good van. And a lot of them have already been kitted out to a certain extent, so you already have something to work with, which is really nice. Another reason why a T4 makes a really good van life van is that it's a great combination of German engineering without it being too technical, but also it's still touching on that traditional camper van theme. You see so many done out in so many different ways, and the nice thing about that is you can put your stamp on your van but still have a reliable daily driver that feels comfortable to drive. Now, what I found with my T4 is that just a little bit of searching online will give you so many people that can work on these vans. They have parts for these vans, and they're easy to work with. And people out there aren't going to charge you an arm and a leg to put your van straight and do work on it. They're going to be honest with you because they are enthusiasts, and that's the thing I love. You can always get someone to help you with this van and it not cost you a fortune. Now the T4 is a lot smaller than the T5 and obviously the T6. So it's a great size for everyday van life as a daily driver, but also for parking. I can park my van pretty much anywhere and it doesn't draw any attention, and it fits into spots really, really nice. One of the things that drew me to T4s, obviously everybody was telling me that the T4 is more reliable than the T5. So obviously that was a big one, but also just the look. I just really love the look of the T4. It's a lovely van to style out and it looks the part. A lot of these French vans, they just look so old-fashioned, and I want something to look good in as well, and also that's reliable, and I feel comfortable in. So the T4 can be fitted out with roof racks. It can be fitted out obviously with a tow bar. You can tow things behind. You can do a lot with this. You can add so much to it. Bike racks, there's so much without you having to go into a bigger van. Obviously you can fit pop tops to them if you want a little bit of standing room or you want that extra sleeping facility, but again, I just don't really need it. I've kept it very, very simple, and the beauty of van life is you want to keep it simple. If you overcomplicate it, it's going to cost you, one, too much money, and two, on a daily basis, it's going to be very complicated to live with. Now, I drive my T4 every single day. It's my only vehicle. As a daily driver, it's fantastic. But if I want to take it away, I'm not nervous about will it make it or not. I know damn well it will make any journey I throw at it, as long as I look after it. This has been fully serviced regularly. It's been looked after properly, especially by myself. I take it to somebody that knows what they're doing with these vans. I've had the power steering rack replaced. I've had the cam belt done. I've had various little leaks taken care of, and this starts on the nose every single day. When I had my VW Caddy, it wasn't such a reliable vehicle like this one. Yes, it was reliable to a degree, but there was times where it didn't start. I had to change the battery. When I changed the battery, it still didn't start. It had problems with the injectors, and again, it had not been taken care of, and I'd bought a van that needed way more care than what it had got previously, and that's what you need to be careful about. So when you're looking for a T4, the first thing you want to look at is the bodywork. If you're going to have to get that thing welded, it's going to be expensive. You don't want to be spending masses of money on a van that's completely rusted out. I was lucky in the fact that this was very, very solid. It had been cared for. It had been owned by an enthusiast who had done things that needed to be done, and they're the vans you need to look out for. Even if the vans seem good, get them checked out, get them on a ramp, get someone to look at it for you, because if you don't, you will come unstuck. And it's the same for any van. If you don't do your homework and you don't know what you're looking for, you come unstuck. Now, the chances are you will get a little bit of surface rust here and there, but make sure you take care of it sooner rather than later. If you do own the van, have some money set aside to improve the van down the line and get the work done that it needs to get done, or else if you don't, you're just looking for trouble. Don't worry too much on the mileage. My van had done well over 200,000 miles and it's been absolutely fine. These vans are good for hundreds of thousands of miles as long as they're looked after. So if you want reliability, you want character, you want a van that you can kit out to your ideas and your needs, then the T4 is a great choice. You can park it anywhere. It doesn't draw attention. and it's not gonna set you back thousands of pounds. And it's such a nice van to own. It drives great. I never have any issues with it, but I make sure I get things done when they're needed. So let me know your thoughts. Have you done van life in a T4? Do you own a T4? Do you think that this could potentially be the ultimate van life van? Drop your comments down below. That's it from me. I'll catch you in the next one.